Welcome back. Tonight we're going to take a little look in the looking glass. This is not something that I really do for other people, but it's something I've kind of been called to do, I suppose. I know that sounds weird, but this is the more natural way for me to read for collective. And while I love tarot and I'm able to read tarot pretty well when it comes to myself, there's still a lot more that I need to learn, and oracle cards seem to be the best when it comes to reading for the collective, because me reading for the collective is pretty new. I am able to read for individual people, and I have done individual readings before, and I have, definitely given myself some training when it comes to reading for the collective and the world, but I've been kind of had this feeling of doing my regular old oracle spread and then clarifying it out with my tarot cards, because this seems to be the most natural way to do it. And while everyone has different things that are more natural for them, it is still a growth period for me to be reading for the collective. And so I'm choosing today, after a very hard period of time in my life, to come back with, I guess, a new style of things while I learn a few different tools and tactics and go through some new experiences that I'm willing to bring forward for everyone soon. So today we're going to kind of be looking, the way I like to do these, it's a spread called Through the Looking Glass, through the Looking Glass, and it's basically things that are hidden from you. So hidden from your 3D reality, or hidden from, it's kind of like showing you a picture of things that are lying underneath the surface. So, we'll be looking at your hidden emotions, your hidden motivators, your hidden thoughts, and physical needs and spiritual needs, which are 5 cards pulled out. And I will clarify them and get a singular card from my oracle deck too. So for the collective today, for your hidden emotions, you are getting Never Jam today in reverse. Some people are really feeling that need, feeling that emotion, that things are never kind of coming into fruition. The ways that you're doing them or the promises that people have made are kind of not coming into fruition, and there's evidence of that now where, people are just giving you empty words, wishing that they would change, thinking that everything's going to get better, coming into a place where your emotions are showing you that even though you may not, it may be underlying deep hidden feelings. This is what this is about. It's about the hidden feelings. So things you may not have at the forefront of your brain, taking that out of the picture. Your motivator for this is that we're all mad here. Everyone's a little different. And this is realizing that while these people may be acting in a way that you find, it's never coming into fruition, as I said. So you're realizing that everyone's a little different and everyone's going to do things a little differently, and this person may just not do it, or these people, these groups of people, this situation, it could also be work, they're just not in line with what you want to be doing in your life. And that's the motivator behind this situation, is to push you to realize that everyone is different. No one is going to have the same reasons for doing things, and your motivator is kind of getting you to realize that you're just different to this person. Your goals, your morals, your wishes, your wants, your path in life is totally different to this person. The hidden thoughts about creating your own happiness. This is Manage to Be Glad card. It's about creating your own happiness regardless of the conditions, which is pretty straightforward, you know. Your hidden thoughts are like, well, even though this is what I want to happen in my life, even though this is what I want with this person, they're not going to give me what I want, or this situation isn't going to give me what I want. And while I can see the differences are there and I still care about them, or I still care about this, I wish I could change it, you're going to really need to realize that your happiness is in your own hands, and that no one on earth or above is going to be able to give you exactly what you want without kind of realizing that you can get that from yourself too. Like, if you can go out, you can take yourself out on dates, you can go out, make your own money, you can go out, plant your own garden. There's no need to really, yeah. With the hidden physical needs, you're realizing that there's no need to fear in reverse, which is kind of coming to that realization that you are powerful just the way you are. Like, you need to remember that you have all that power inside of you. It's not going to be someone else. Like, you could sit there and wait all day for this person. You could wait for years on end for this person to change and give you the happiness that you want. But you really got to step up and realize how powerful you are, so that you can go out and give yourself the happiness that you desire, instead of waiting around for someone else to give it to you. Like, you could be waiting for someone to propose, you could be waiting for someone to wake up and realize that if you do it this way, we could just be happy. But that's not always how it's going to go. Now, for your hidden spiritual desires, you are getting the messages for a white rabbit in reverse, which is services to the animal world. This mainly correlates to the fact that you're getting maybe a little more nature communication, a bit more animal communication. So those people that are a lot more animal lover, animal friendly type of things, you're going to kind of be able to get messages that your soul is trying to talk to you about, if that makes sense. So it's like, maybe you see a butterfly one day and they fly in front of you as you're thinking about, oh, I'm going to move, or I'm going to go quit my job and go do this. And it's kind of an indicator to you that, like, this is a sign from the universe through the animal world. And for some people, it can be actually taking on more of that leadership role and being like, I'm going to go take care of animals. I'm going to go and put myself in a role where, you know, maybe your spouse or your boss or whatever doesn't like the fact that you have a cat, or they're allergic to cats or whatever, and this has become a problem to you. And you are not going to put yourself in a position of giving up your animal for another person, or you're not going to allow people to treat animals in a particular way, or you prefer to have a job that revolves around animal care. Like, you really are in your own, you're in your own element when it comes to animals and nature and getting out in the world and becoming one with nature, I guess. Okay, and I said one card. I pulled out 3 because I don't listen to myself. Finding the right way to do things and becoming a new version of yourself in a way that stops you from being in situations that are harmful to you. So this can be changing your diet. Some people may be changing from carnivore to vegan, or, you know, realizing that their health is in danger because they have put themselves on a diet that's strictly no animals, but their diet requires them to, you know, there's so many ways to be of service to animals without putting your own health to risk. And I'm not telling everyone who's a vegan to stop being a vegan. I'm simply saying that whatever you're doing right now, where you're waiting for someone to come save you from your current situation, it's not going to happen. and you're kind of getting called to make your own happiness around this and learning to create what you desire as you become this new person and slowly chipping away the things that no longer belong in your life. We're going to pull some cards from my angel deck. I love this angel deck. I've had it for quite a few years. High Priestess is jumping at me. Sorry. You get the High Priestess with the 2 of Pentacles and the 4 of Pentacles. Well, I was only going to give you a couple cards, but apparently the cards had different planes. Don't do this on me. Alright, you're being called to really listen to your intuition and realize that you're going to need to make a decision about this, that not everything has to be really serious. You're really going to have to stop being so cautious about why you're in these situations in the first place, because a lot of people need to take a risk and go like, oh no, I'm going to lose my job and therefore I'm not going to have any money. You're having a lot of fear-based mentality around the lack. Like you're having a lot of lack mentality. You're sitting there going, your intuition's sitting there trying to kick your ass and be like, get up off your seat. You need to go and do this. Like, come on, I'm going to send you all the butterflies in the world, but you still need to get up. You still need to move along. You still need to remember that, like, there's still life inside of you. You don't need to be stuck in this monotonous life, monotonous life of only caring about things because of the money, or only caring about things because, you know, you've got a job to do. You may have children. You may have people you're taking care of. You may have animals you're taking care of. And so you're like, I can't do this. I can't just quit my job. I have things I need to do. I have people I need to take care of. I have animals I need to take care of. And it's making you too cautious, like I've said before, squirreling away your money. Like, you need to make sure you're investing your own money and time and energy into yourself as well. For clarification, you get the 3 of Wands, the 9 of Cups, and the Ace of Wands in reverse. Yep, you need to make some long-term plans. You need to really look ahead for the future and make sure that you're getting that love of life back. Like, you're really starting to enjoy yourself, like with this 9 of Cups and the 2 of Pentacles. You really need to get that flighty, magical energy back, and that, you know, desire to go out and be your own person, that desire to go out and bring in this new opportunity in your life where you're able to sit there and go, I'm bringing my desires into my reality. I'm no longer sitting here waiting for it to happen and waiting until I get this much money, or waiting I'm in a stable position. Like, the amount of times that I have talked to people and I've heard from my own mentors that, you know, they're like hitting 50 and 60 years old and they wish they could do this and they wish they could do that, and they don't understand why they spend so much time with a company, or why they spend so much time doing a job that they fucking hate. Like, the money never comes in for them at all. Like, they could sit there squirreling their money away altogether, but you're going to still hit retirement. Most people are going to end up on a pension unless they're fucking bajillionaires, or they're going to have their friends and family taking care of them. You're never going to be in a position where you're going to be always 100% financially stable and always 100% everything's going perfect all the time. Some people, I guess, are having some blocks around lack mentality to the point where it's stopping their own desire of starting brand new, starting fresh. Doesn't mean you have to wipe the slate clean. What is with my words tonight? Yep, you get the High Priestess again, the 2 of Pentacles again, and the 2 of Swords in reverse. Holy shit. So this is very much just, what's the word? It's kind of amplifying and confirming what I just previously said. Your intuition is really trying to pop through, and I have a feeling that this is going to be in line with that. On the 8th of April, there is a new moon eclipse happening in Aries, so anyone that's got Aries in their sign, really fucking look out. Make sure you, like, if you've got a moon in Aries like myself, you make sure you're doing that work and you're balancing out your desires with your abundance, and making sure that you're not just sitting there trying to juggle everything at the same time. Like, like, this guy's not juggling to the point where he's gonna fall over. He's juggling his life so that everything is working in a cycle and everything is in balance with itself. And with the Two of Swords, you're kind of trying to sit there and go, there's no way I can do this. There's no right choice to make, because if I do this, I'm living in hell, and I'm not bringing anything. I don't have the time or energy to bring my passion into the world. But if you do it, you sit there and you run the risk of possibly not being financially stable all the time. And you kind of have spent so much time oh my god, you spent so much time procrastinating and spent so much time trying to gather so much information that you've put kind of no action towards any of this. No one judge my shuffling skills, because this is a brand new deck for me and I have not gotten used to such a small little travel deck. So, like, the other time was just because my hands were being useless, but this time, alright, you're getting the full. This is brand new, childlike energy. Forget everything you just learned. You get the full, you get the King of Pentacles, and you get the Sun card. This is saying that unless you take those new beginnings and learn with a sense of innocence and blind faith, you're going to kind of really limit yourself from this King of Pentacles. Like, you're going to get this abundance and this prosperity. You're able to give to people less fortunate. And it's not going to stop this Sun from coming in. The Sun was in reverse, but it's kind of because you have this idea of what abundance and growth and, like, wealth or success means to you. You really need to start looking at it from a full energy. Like, forget all you know about what it means to be a King of Pentacles and start really making some long-term plans towards your new happy future. Like, these people are freaking riding naked on a horse to the sunshine. Like, if you can go back to childhood and think about what you used to love doing as a kid, whether you used to love animals, whether you used to love art, whether you used to be, I'm going to be a musician one day, or, you know, what are your passions and desires trying to come through to you in this new moon? Alright, I get the King of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and the Six of Cups. You're really trying to make yourself be a natural leader and an entrepreneur in this type of field. Like, you want to be realized for this. You want to be a... Alright. So with the Sun energy, I really see with this King of Wands, you're going to... You might have all the ideas in you, but you don't know how to really bring it into the world. And so you're kind of getting... So you get this leader, you get this entrepreneurial energy, but you don't know how to kind of bring it into reality. You don't know how to bring it into your pentacles. You don't know how to bring it into your earth. You don't know how to bring it into the 3D world and how to make this abundance a reality. And I really do see someone coming in with this Knight of Cups, kind of not coming to your rescue, but someone who may have a bit more, like, someone who cares deeply about you, who may be able to kind of help you out on your way. Because this is really about having those blocks from the past. With the Six of Cups in reverse, you're kind of having these blocks from the past and things from childhood coming up. And this lack mentality really shows up in that way, you know. A lot of people grew up in a lack mentality and they don't see how the way that their parents raised them or the way that they grew up really stops them nowadays from being like, oh, well, my parents said this one thing about me becoming an artist or a singer and said I was never going to make money. And so it kind of squashes your dreams and you go, okay, well, that's never going to happen. And they don't realize that that one comment from your childhood can damage everything. And it's about having that, you get the Ace of Cups, and it's about having that one little cup come in, someone that really loves you and cares about you, sitting here, even if it's something like a tarot reader, giving you that confirmation that you don't need to sit here and dream away your life and think that those things are never going to come into fruition, because they will. You may have a friend or a family member, you may have someone come into your life, or even a tarot reader, or even just someone from your work, extend that cup of love to you and let you know that just because this one person didn't believe in you and just because someone made some slighted comment towards you when you were growing up, it may not even seem that major. It may just seem like worry or concern, like, well, I don't know how you're going to make money with this. But that really squashes your inner child. It squashes your dreams and your hope of being able to do that. And when you have a lot of lack mentality growing up, you don't realize how these things affect you in your adult life until you get to a point where you're like, all I ever wanted to do was be an artist, or all I ever wanted to do was be a singer or whatever. And you're getting this chance now through people that care about you, even if it's just advice about how to do this, because some people get the fear and they're like, they get so consumed by the fear and like the I know in my mind how to do it, and I've heard of people do it, and it's obviously doable, especially for someone that maybe grew up a little poorer than others. It's still doable, but you get so caught in your family life and believing that that's not possible that it stops you. But keep your chin up and things will work out in the end. You've just got to connect. Sorry. But yeah, really looking at those blocks that you have around lack mentality and looking at maybe what dreams may have felt a bit squashed in your childhood, and kind of take in some advice from people that love you and care about you. And while people that love and care about you still worry about you, they should not ever try to stop you from becoming who you are or stop you from, fulfilling your dream. They would help you find ways to get through that instead of just saying, oh, well, how are you going to do this? Like, it's logical, but it doesn't have to be logical. Like, there's always going to be plans that you're going to need to make, and making long-term plans, like we saw with the Three of Wands, is going to be important. But having a logical mind doesn't mean that you shouldn't be connected to your heart either. And I see a real push and a desire to need to be connected to your heart, your childlike state of mind, so that you can really rediscover what it is in your childhood that maybe you've blocked as an impossibility that now is going to really become possible through these little acts of love from other people. And like I said, that doesn't mean that you're not going to have these relationships or these people come into your life at all through what you're doing now. But the right type of people are going to appear the more you connect into your heart. So I hope this helps, and I hope you have a good week.